The court verdict on a popular Nollywood actor, Ijesa, who is embroiled in a sexual assault case against a minor, has been affirmed by the Lagos Division of the Court of Appeal. The court upheld the previous ruling by a Lagos State High Court, confirming a 5-year prison sentence for the actor. The judgment was delivered on convictions of the testimony of Adekoya, who was a credible eyewitness of the events that occurred on the 19th of April 2021, and that of the appellants who voluntarily confessed to the crime. Let me start with you, Adeoye. I mean, the effort to appeal that judgment.
Well, first of all, would like to commend the Lagos State government. I think the state has a very impressive legal framework when it comes to child abuse. It's one of the reference points, in Nigeria, because these things, they've been going on for years. And if you look at the art world, it's mostly dominated by, wine, drinks, and sex. So that's why you see some people in their life will never allow their children or wives to go into, which is not supposed to be so. Because they should also provide a kind of moral compass, for Nigerians. Considering the fact that millions of Nigerians watch the films that they produce, a lot of people have a lot of respect for them. But when you just think that acting is just about abusing people and all that, I don't it's not a good thing for our system. So I'm impressed by the consistency of the legal system on this issue. But this wrong assumption that when you are famous, then you are above the law. You can do anything and just go away with it. But you can see the consistency right from the High Court. So I'm happy with the judgment of the Court of Appeal. And I hope that if he appeals against this judgment, maybe at the Supreme Court, he will get a stiffer penalty. You see, we should not run the system where people think that that's favoritism. When because I'm a poor man, then if I commit offense, I go to jail. But because somebody has a network, has influence, he just feels he can do anything and then, goes scot-free. So our judicial system must continue to show example. This is another striking example that there are good people in the judiciary that will stand on their feet, that when somebody has done something wrong, no matter how famous, no matter the kind of popularity he commands, he must also submit to the dictates of law. So I'm impressed by what has happened. And if you look at the quantum of evidence, that has been produced over time, it's just an attempt to twist it. It's clear forward. I mean, it's so clear that something went wrong, with somebody 15 years old who could not make up his mind on what is good or what is right. And you are just exploiting her innocence because she's green and she has not been exposed to the world. You just want to exploit and destroy her future. So I'm happy about what has happened, and I hope this will serve as a good lesson for other people that think they can just do anything.
How do you react to this?
Yeah, I'm not surprised that the appeal failed, because some of the points that Ijesa's lawyers tried to bring up at the level of appeal did not sway the judges. For example, they claimed that it was a skit, that Ijesa was merely playing the part he was asked to play, that it was in fact a skit and that it was set up. But this same man had confessed. He had confessed in police custody and even apologized. I saw a video in which he was apologizing, yes, So if you confessed on April 19, 2021, and you didn't challenge Princess's statement throughout the proceedings, you've left the judges with no choice but to uphold the decision of the lower court. And that's what they have done. He is lucky because the law is very stiff in Lagos, sexual assault. It's lucky that he did not sleep with her, So it's just sexual assault. That is by way of what some people would call torture when we were growing up, If he had had carnal knowledge of her, if they had secured evidence of penetration, he would have gone to jail for life, because that's what the law says. And you saw that doctor that was jailed the other day. So he's lucky I hope that when he eventually comes out of jail, he will do a lot of soul searching and prepare himself for this kind of adversity if it were to come again. It's unfortunate that he had to go to jail because the way it's going, there was concurrence by the 3 judges on the appeal panel. And that says a lot. There are some things that judges look at, even your demeanor in court. They can use that to determine whether you are guilty or you are not. And those judges said, look, from what they saw, okay, look at, in one of the videos, he was checking every room just to be sure that Princess was not at home. So if it was a skit, if they actually set you up, do you need to verify, move from room to room, be sure that Princess was not at home before you began to do what the court called indecent touching? So
you see him going to the Supreme Court?
I'm not his lawyer. The lawyers may advise against it.
You might want to, okay.
The lawyers may advise against it, and they may not advise against it, but you know, it takes so long these days to determine these matters. So I don't think he stands a chance.
But
you cannot confess, refuse to challenge the testimony of your accuser, confess 2 times, you apologize in a video, you refuse to challenge the testimony of your accuser. How do you then expect the judges to set you free? You thought by claiming that it was a skit that they will buy the idea that it was a skit. No, now. There are many things that judges look at. For example, the revelation by that judge that he was checking every room just to be sure that Princess was not at home before he now went and was doing all the torturing. So why did you need to check every room? Why? So it's unfortunate. I pity him as a person because he's an actor that I like to watch, but when life happens to you, you have to take it on the chin. Running around, wasting his money on legal fees and all is a waste of time. The beds have flown. And there's no way you can get hold of the beds that have flown.
But really, with the prevalence of child molestation in Nigeria, how can we continue to hope for stiffer measures like this in other parts of the country? Because Lagos seems to be like the only state where when you molest a child, you're going down for it. Yes,
Lagos had to do that because at a point...
Including domestic violence.
At a point, it was assuming epidemic proportions. If the NGOs would do a lot more, they can actually sensitize and do a lot of advocacy to get other states, especially the northern states, to take a cue from Lagos and deal decisively with child molestation, sexual molestation of minors, because I think one of the actors who has been supporting Ijesa even claimed that the girl was not a minor. I mean, is it that shame has eluded people?
Still standing.
And those judges said at best she's now 15. That is not even the age of consent. I mean, you cannot say that. So that kind of girl can decide on her own that, okay, I want sex with somebody old enough to be her father. No, that's not what the law designed. The law sees that kind of girl as a minor. And there are things that you don't do with a minor. If you do certain things with a minor, no matter how big she is, it is her age that is the issue here. If you do certain things with a minor, you are going straight to jail. There won't be any hold up along the way. You are going straight to jail. So this is a lesson, and I hope that other state governments can come up with stiffer laws against rape in our country, because we have reached a point that we must do something drastic about rape.
All right. Gentlemen.